you good?
Surround.
Secure the family. We've... Hands in line. It's gonna be a rough landing.
Sweated lately. I don't like...
Medical TikTok. T'es déjà sur TikTok. Phoenix is it up? You're scaring him.
Yeah. Buckle. Roger, moving.
Trouble.
Go, hold her.
What's my problem?
Through the common yard.
Negative, negative.
Right, keep swinging that thing. Back. Back.
We gotta move. Boss is dead.
Is a brother no?
We're about...
Right, everyone.
Traps men.
Get rid of these guys. Contact. Up, don't let them between us. Thank you.
Hurry! Is that supposed to be...
Untied.
Coming through. How bad is it? Heading to the engine.
The elevator down. Walk calmly. Let's go, come on. Sandro!
You don't want to do that.
Sandro! You all right? Hold on. Moving it. It is a shot. Coming to you. Clear me up. Get to the roof. That's empty. Fail me. Squeezing your shit. Don't get matching shirts, cool?
And where?
Sit. Gotta get a gun.
What about you?
There's nothing to be sorry about.
Ty začneš okolo opírať?
Floor, south side.
You must really care for this woman. Someone you love.
On my way.
Let's go.
Yes.
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 Tyler, what?
Okay, mate, we're going.
Yes!
Go ahead, buddy. This is between me and you.
God gave me... There's a great sacrifice in enacting God. It's just in a lifetime of guilt. Running from your body. Rätt noga vad målet vinner på. The weapon. Point at his head. Coward. It's... Så det.
So put the gun down! Nick.
Hey guys, today we dive back into the adrenaline-pumping world of Tyler Rake with our recap of Extraction 2, the 2023 sequel that basically asked, how much more can one man endure? If you thought the first film ended with a definitive splash, you were absolutely right. Until you weren't, we kick off moments after the original with our hero, Tyler Rake, sinking like a very expensive, very muscular stone into a dock or river. But because action heroes apparently have a respawn button, his incredibly loyal and slightly exasperated team, Nick and Yaz, somehow managed to pull his near-lifeless form from the depths. Seriously, a single bullet and a fall like that? Most of us would be asking for a refund on life insurance. But Rake? He's just getting started. If you like this sneak peek, hit the like button and subscribe. It's the best way to support the channel and let me know you want more. So, Rake's not exactly hitting the gym immediately. He's in a seriously bad way, riddled with injuries that would make a lesser mortal consider early retirement. To a coffin. His recovery is brutal, an agonizing montage of tubes, pain, and the kind of physical therapy that looks less like healing and more like torture. We see him pushing past unimaginable limits, struggling to walk, to even breathe without a wheeze. It's a stark reminder that even the baddest of badasses have to pay the iron price for their heroics. The sound of his labored breathing, the grimaces of pain, it's all there, a testament to his sheer will. His dedicated team watches over him, Nick, ever the pragmatist, weighing the cost, and Yaz, the quiet but firm support, witnessing every excruciating step. It's not a quick fix. This is a slow, grueling climb back from the brink, fueled by the hidden fire we're about to see unleashed, after what feels like an eternity of pain and rehabilitation. Rake retreats to a snowy cabin in Austria. It's picturesque in a survivalist, chic kind of way. Here, he's not just recuperating. He's actively rebuilding himself, both physically and mentally. The crunch of snow underfoot as he runs, the rhythmic thud of an axe splitting wood, these are the sounds of a man reclaiming his strength. He's getting back to his roots, literally swinging that axe with a primal ferocity that suggests he's not just felling trees, but also chopping away at his inner demons. The quiet solitude allows him to reflect on his past, specifically the ghost of his deceased son. It's a powerful, almost meditative sequence, showing us the man beneath the tactical gear, still wounded, but clearly not broken. He's like a grizzled, snow-covered phoenix, rising from the ashes, ready to kick some serious butt again. You can almost feel the chill in the air, the bite of the wind, and the determined ache in Rake's muscles. Just when Rake seems to be settling into his hermit chic aesthetic, a familiar face arrives to shake things up. It's Alcott, looking impeccably sharp in a suit, which probably wasn't the ideal attire for trudging through Austrian snow, but hey, style points for effort. Alcott, played by the effortlessly cool Idris Elba, isn't there for a social call or a cup of cocoa. He's got a new mission, one that Rake initially dismisses, claiming he's retired. The clang of the fire poker against the grate as Rake tends the fire perfectly punctuates his resistance. But as Alcott explains, this isn't just another extraction. It's personal. The target is Ketivan, Nick Khan's sister, and her two children, imprisoned by her gangster husband, David Radiani, a brutal Georgian kingpin. Suddenly, Rake's retirement looks a lot less appealing. The stakes are instantly raised, reminding us that for Rake, family ties, even adopted ones, are a powerful motivator. Alcott lays out the grim details. Ketivan and her children are held captive in a notoriously brutal Georgian prison, essentially David Radiani's personal fortress. David is Ketivan's husband, which, makes it even more messed up. He's a ruthless gangster, a true bad guy who views his family as property. The prison itself is a character, a grim, imposing structure in a remote, desolate landscape. Alcott emphasizes the near impossibility of the task, highlighting the sheer number of armed guards and the prison's isolated location. He's trying to impress upon Rake the monumental challenge, but we all know Rake operates on a different level of impossible. The tension in the room is palpable, a quiet hum before the storm. Rake's gaze lingers on a picture of Kedivin and her kids, and we can almost see the gears turning in his head, weighing the risks, remembering his own lost family. The click of the projector as Alcott flips through images of the prison facilities only adds to the sense of foreboding. With the mission accepted, Rake links up with Nick and Yaz on a private jet because apparently, even high-stakes mercenary work has its perks. The atmosphere is all business, a sharp contrast to the snowy retreat. Maps are spread out, diagrams of the prison are meticulously analyzed, and the clack of keyboard keys fills the cabin as they finalize their strategy. Nick, ever the strategist, walks Rake through the intricate blueprint of the prison, highlighting weaknesses and potential choke points. Yes, the ever-vigilant operational expert preps their gear, the metallic whisper of weapons being checked, the soft click of magazines being loaded. There's a shared understanding, a silent language of seasoned operators preparing for war. They're not just a team. They're a finely tuned machine, each part essential for survival. This isn't just about saving Nick's family. It's about proving Rake's resurgence, a statement that even death couldn't hold him down for long. The subtle hum of the jet engine foreshadows the roar of battle to come. Their plan hinges on stealth, which, for Rake, is usually a suggestion, not a rule. They infiltrate the massive, brutalist-style prison under the cover of night, disguised as guards. The heavy, metallic clang of the prison gates closing behind them, a sound of no return. The air is thick with the stench of concrete, despair, and desperation. Rake moves like a phantom, a whisper in the dark, his footsteps muffled as he navigates the labyrinthine corridors. They quickly neutralize a few unsuspecting guards with swift, brutal efficiency. The soft thud of bodies hitting the floor, the quick, choked gasps, it's a grim dance. They locate Kedivin and her children, but things immediately go sideways. David, her husband, is there, and he's not exactly thrilled to see his wife packing her bags with some random heavily armed dude. The tension explodes, the relative quiet shattered by the first crack of a gunshot, and we all knew it was coming, didn't we? This is extraction, after all, not a tea party. What started as a stealthy extraction quickly devolves into absolute, unadulterated chaos. David's guards are everywhere, and the prisoners, sensing an opportunity, erupt into a full-blown riot. This is where the film really earns its extraction title, because Rake is not just extracting people, he's extracting them from the literal jaws of hell. He becomes a one-man wrecking crew, a blur of fists, elbows, and whatever improvised weapon he can get his hands on. The scene is a masterclass in choreographed brutality, the sickening crunch of bones, the guttural screams, the rhythmic thud of punches landing with devastating force. He's like a human blender set to puree, taking on dozens of inmates and guards simultaneously, all while trying to keep Kedivin and her to bewildered children safe. You can almost feel the grime and the sweat through the screen. It's a relentless, breathless sequence that reminds you why Rake is the guy you call when the situation is utterly, hopelessly FUBAR. It's glorious, bloody carnage, and we are here for it. And here it is. Folks, the crown jewel of action sequences. The film launches into an astonishing one-shot sequence, where the camera seemingly never cuts for what feels like an eternity of non-stop, visceral action. We're with Rake every step of the way as he navigates the hellish corridors of the prison, battling wave after wave of bloodthirsty inmates and armed guards. The sounds are incredible, the metallic scrape of shivs, the wet thud of blunt force trauma, The frantic cries of Kedivin and her children, the constant, echoing gunfire. Rake is a force of nature, using his environment, improvised weapons, and sheer brute strength to survive. He grapples, he shoots, he stabs, he smashes all, while dragging, pushing, and pulling his very terrified human cargo through the maelstrom. It's a ballet of brutality, a testament to stunt work and filmmaking genius, pulling you into the frantic, claustrophobic nightmare. You're practically ducking stray punches alongside him, feeling the vibrations of every explosion. This isn't just action. It's an immersive, pulse-pounding experience that leaves you gasping for air. It is a constant, terrifying reminder of their precarious situation. Miraculously, they manage to ditch their pursuers, reaching a train station where Nick and Yaz await. The plan is to get on a train and disappear into the night. As they board the passenger train, there's a fleeting moment of relief, a collective exhale that feels almost earned. The chugging rhythm of the train, the whistle blowing as it pulls away from the station, offers a brief illusion of safety. Kedivin and the children are exhausted, traumatized, but alive. Rake, though battered and bruised, has once again defied the odds. He takes a moment, perhaps allowing himself a flicker of satisfaction, a small win in his perpetually grim existence. But this is an action movie, and we all know that safe is a four-letter word that rarely lasts beyond a commercial break. The peaceful hum of the train engine is almost too good to be true, a calm before a truly spectacular storm. One might even call it a tactical error in judgment, setting up the audience for an even bigger adrenaline dump. Just as everyone starts to relax, thinking they've escaped the clutches of David's vengeful brother, Zurab, the sky darkens with the ominous whirring of helicopter blades. Talk about ruining a commute. Zurab, a man clearly unburdened by a sense of giving up, has tracked them down, sending his forces, including his hot-headed brother Sandro, to reclaim his family. The train, once a symbol of escape, becomes a moving battlefield. Helicopters open fire, peppering the train cars with bullets, while armored vehicles give chase from parallel roads. The shattering glass, the metallic screams of the train as it takes hits, the concussive blasts of explosions, it's a sensory overload. Rake, Nick, and Yaz spring into action, turning the passenger cars into a war zone. Passengers are scrambling. The air is thick with smoke and the smell of gunpowder. This isn't just a firefight. It's an aerial and ground assault on a moving target. Someone clearly didn't get the memo about quiet hours on public transport. Rake, deciding the interior of the train isn't exciting enough, climbs onto the roof of the speeding behemoth. Why stay inside when you can perform death-defying stunts at 60 miles an hour? He engages the helicopter gunners, dodging incoming fire with a casualness that suggests he does this every Tuesday. The wind whips past him, the sheer speed making every movement a gamble, but he's a man possessed. He uses the train's momentum to his advantage, leaping between cars, his movements fluid despite the rattling instability beneath his feet. The metallic screech of the train wheels against the tracks is a constant, grinding soundtrack to this epic confrontation. Sandro, Zrob's brother and a truly nasty piece of work, boards the train via one of the helicopters, initiating a brutal, bone-crunching fight with Rake on top of the moving train. It's a dizzying, vertigo-inducing brawl, with both men clinging on for dear life, punches amplified by the force of the speeding train. You can practically feel the vibrations through your teeth. The train, having taken more punishment than a punching bag at a superhero convention, eventually gives up the ghost. It derails in a spectacularly fiery crash, twisting and tearing through a dense forest. The deafening screech of metal on metal, the explosive force of the impact, the splintering of trees, it's a chaotic spectacle. Miraculously, Rake, Nick, Yaz, and the family survive the immediate crash, but they're now stranded in hostile territory, surrounded by Zrob's remaining forces. The battle shifts from high-speed train combat to a brutal, close-quarters ground fight amidst the wreckage and fallen trees. The crunch of leaves and twigs underfoot as Rake moves stealthily, the sharp crack of sniper fire, the guttural shouts of the enemy. It's primal and intense. They fight tooth and nail, using the dense forest cover to their advantage, executing precise tactical maneuvers to protect Kedivin and her children. It's a desperate scramble for survival, each shot, each punch carrying the weight of their precarious situation. This isn't just an extraction, it's an entire war zone now. In the escalating chaos of the forest battle, tragedy strikes. Yes, always the Rock, always the unwavering support, sacrifices himself to protect Rake and the family. A precise sniper shot takes him down, a brutal, sudden end to a dedicated warrior. The sickening thud of his body hitting the ground, the choked gasp from Nick, the roar of Rake's grief-fueled rage. It's a gut punch. This moment shatters the illusion of invincibility, reminding us that even the best can fall. Rake and Nick are forced to retreat, carrying the heavy burden of Yaz's loss, a raw, fresh wound that fuels their determination for vengeance. The sound of their heavy breathing, ragged and desperate, underscores the emotional weight of this moment. It's a stark, painful reminder of the stakes involved, and it transforms Rake's mission from a simple extraction into something far more personal and vengeful. You can practically hear the crackle of their broken hearts amongst the gunfire after the absolute nightmare of the train and forest. The remaining team, Rake, Nick, Kedivin, and her children, find temporary refuge in a luxurious safe house in Vienna. It's a stark contrast to the gritty environments they've just escaped, all modern aesthetics and quiet elegance. The soft click of the front door closing behind them offers a momentary illusion of safety. However, the emotional wounds are far from healed. Kedivin, still reeling from her husband's abuse and the trauma of the extraction, begins to lash out, questioning Rake's methods and the cost of their freedom. Her children are terrified and withdrawn, their silence speaking volumes. Rake, burdened by Yaz's death and his own emotional baggage, struggles to maintain his composure. The tension in the opulent space is palpable, a silent hum of unresolved conflict. This isn't just about escaping physical threats. It's about navigating the messy, complicated aftermath of extreme violence, proving that sometimes emotional battles are just as exhausting as physical ones. It's a subtle shift, a rare moment where dialogue, not gunfire, takes center stage, and honestly, it's almost as nerve-wracking. Meanwhile, back in the land of unhinged villains, Zrob is not taking the death of his brother, David, and the kidnapping of his family lightly. He's consumed by a cold, calculating rage, a man who sees family honor as a matter of brutal, absolute retribution. He gathers his remaining forces, making it clear that Rake and his team are now his primary targets, marked for death. The chilling silence in his war room, he gives his orders. The grim nods of his loyal, terrifying henchmen. It's a stark contrast to Rake's more chaotic existence. He's a meticulous strategist, using his vast resources and network to meticulously track Rake's movements. The soft click of a computer mouse as he pinpoints their location in Vienna, the chilling certainty in his voice as he pledges vengeance. It's a terrifying declaration of war. Zrob is not just coming for them. He's coming with everything he's got, driven by a twisted sense of justice and a deep-seated desire to see Rake suffer. This man doesn't just want them dead. He wants them to know why they're dying. Just as the family tries to process their trauma, Zrob's forces arrive to crash their therapy session, quite literally. The safe house, supposedly secure, is breached in a sudden, violent assault. Glass shatters, alarms blare, and the opulent rooms are instantly transformed into a battleground. Rake and Nick react with lightning speed, turning the luxurious apartment into a fortress. The sharp crack of gunfire echoes through the hallways, the soft thud of bodies hitting expensive parquet floors, the shouts of the attackers. It's an immersive soundscape of terror. Rake is a whirlwind of motion, moving through the rooms, clearing corners, protecting the terrified family. Nick, ever the steady hand, provides cover and tactical support. The close quarters combat is intense, visceral, highlighting the sheer skill and brutality of both sides. It's a testament to the fact that no matter how fancy the safe house, some bad guys will always find a way to make an entrance, usually with explosions and automatic weapons. You can almost feel the concussive force of the explosions through the screen after a brutal and chaotic defense. Rake ensures Ketavan and the children are safe with Nick, but Zurab, ever the slippery snake, attempts to escape. Rake, fueled by vengeance for Yaz and a burning desire to finish the mission, pursues him through the streets of Vienna. It's a high-stakes urban chase, Rake scaling buildings, leaping across rooftops, and navigating the crowded streets with a single-minded intensity. The sounds of his heavy boots pounding on concrete, the distant wail of sirens, the muffled roar of the city. It's a relentless pursuit. He's not just chasing a target. He's chasing justice, or at least his version of it. Zurab, meanwhile, is doing everything in his power to evade Rake, throwing obstacles and henchmen in his path. The chase is a gritty, fast-paced sequence, showcasing Rake's incredible parkour skills and his unwavering determination. This isn't just a physical pursuit, it's a psychological one, a battle of wills between two incredibly dangerous men, both convinced of the righteousness of their cause. One might even say this is Rake's version of a very aggressive sightseeing tour of Vienna. The chase culminates at a massive, ultra-modern glass skyscraper, Zurab's apparent lair. Because what's a villain without an impossibly chic and heavily guarded fortress? Rake, bruised but unbroken, infiltrates the building, transforming the gleaming glass and steel into a veritable death trap for Zurab's men. The rhythmic ping of the elevators, quickly replaced by the staccato burst of automatic gunfire, signals the shift from pursuit to full-scale assault. He systematically clears floor after floor, each level presenting new obstacles and waves of armed guards. The shattering of glass, the ricochet of bullets, the grunt of effort as Rake dispatches foes. It's a symphony of destruction. He's like a human avalanche, unstoppable and utterly devastating, methodically dismantling Zurab's defenses. This is Rake in his element, outnumbered, outgunned, and absolutely determined to reach his target, no matter the body count. You can practically hear the subtle oofs and args as his punches connect. A visceral reminder of his blunt force expertise. Rake finally reaches the top floors, confronting Zurab in a sleek, modern office space with panoramic views of Vienna. It's the perfect backdrop for a dramatic showdown between good, or at least, less bad and undeniably evil. The fight is personal, savage, and utterly relentless. There are no fancy gadgets or elaborate explosions here, just two men exchanging brutal blows, fueled by vengeance and desperation. The sickening thud of punches, the guttural grunts of exertion, the occasional metallic clang as they clash against office furniture. It's a raw, visceral struggle for dominance. Zurab, though not a highly trained combatant like Rake, fights with a feral, desperate energy, fueled by his own twisted sense of family honor. Rake, driven by the loss of Yaz and his commitment to his mission, fights with a cold, precise fury. It's a testament to human endurance, a raw display of willpower, ending with Rake delivering a definitive, bone-shattering blow. This isn't just a fight. It's a final, painful catharsis for both men, leaving the audience breathless from the sheer intensity in the chaotic aftermath. Rake, battered and bleeding but undeniably victorious, ensures Ketavan and her children are truly safe. His mission, at long last, is complete. The wail of sirens quickly approaches, signaling the arrival of Austrian authorities, because apparently, even globe-trotting mercenaries have to deal with local law enforcement. Rake, having done his duty, offers no resistance. He's taken into custody, a quiet, almost resigned figure amidst the flashing lights and commotion. Nick is there, a silent anchor in the storm, ensuring Rake's well-being even behind bars. The sounds of the city returning to normal, albeit a very broken version of normal, contrasts sharply with the recent explosions and gunfire. It's a somber end to a brutal chapter, but not the end of Rake's story. This isn't his first rodeo with jail cells, and probably not his last. He's a man destined to walk a fine line between legality and necessity, always finding his way back to the fray when called upon. The soft click of the handcuffs suggests a temporary pause, not a definitive stop. As Rake sits in prison, doing what he does best, brooding silently, Alcott makes another grand entrance. Turns out, being a super skilled mercenary has its perks, even when you're technically incarcerated. Alcott isn't there to congratulate him on his vacation though. He's got another proposition, a classic get-out-of-jail-free card, but it comes with a catch, one more job for a mysterious, unnamed benefactor. The subtle clink of the cell door, the quiet conversation, the weight of the unspoken future hanging in the air. It's a setup for more. Rake, ever the pragmatist, sees the opportunity for freedom and perhaps a chance to continue making amends for his past. He accepts, a flicker of that familiar grim determination in his eyes. The offer hangs in the air, a tantalizing promise of future adventures, hinting that Rake's saga is far from over. This man clearly has a frequent flyer program for dangerous missions. It sets up the stage perfectly for what's to come, ensuring we'll likely see our favorite one-man army again. And there we have it. Another wild ride with Tyler Rake. His journey in Extraction isn't just about explosions and headshots. It's a profound exploration of resilience, sacrifice, and the relentless pursuit of redemption. He's a character who continually chooses to stand in the face of overwhelming odds, not just for money, but for a deeper, more personal code. His story reminds us that even after falling from the highest heights, even after enduring unimaginable pain, the human spirit possesses an extraordinary capacity to heal, to fight, and to protect. Tyler Rake isn't just a mercenary. He's a testament to the idea that our past doesn't define our future, and that the greatest battles are often fought within ourselves. He pushes through his personal demons, proving that sometimes saving others is the best way to save ourselves. His enduring presence on screen leaves us not just entertained, but also thoughtful about the courage it takes to keep going, no matter the cost.